Magician, Sun, and Ace of Pentacles. There is still a possibility to work things out with this person. Also, not gonna lie about that. They want it. They want to. They want to believe that things can be great. Could they be great? Anything in the world is possible. I believe in that too. King of Wands. They want to make some kind of power move, but I see you are holding yourself back. Ten of Pentacles, Two of Cups. Because the thing is, like, I feel like it's less even about this person, it's more about what you want for yourself in life. Two of Cups with the Ten of Pentacles, you want that perfect soulmate and you want that beautiful relationship. You still believe in yourself that you can have that. Can you have this with this person? Let me try to answer it, if you decide so. Hi Scorpios, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing another 2024, I want to say, preparatory video. I'm not ready to record January yet. But let's just see. You can watch this anytime in December or even later on if you resonate, if you feel drawn to the video. And yeah, before we get started, don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to press like. Make sure you subscribe so that you don't miss when I upload, because otherwise you might miss some of the uploads. And I upload almost every day here, I want to say. So yeah, let's take a look what's going on. We have here the gift, present, honoring, offering. What do I want to say before we get started? We're going to try something different today, a little bit with the reading. Sky, fire, messages, channels, divination. We're going to try out a little bit of a new format for the reading today. And I want to say that if you guys are available on January 7, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, this is when we're going to be doing our Scorpio special webinar. You will be able to interact with me, ask me questions. Usually I'm not available for, interactions of any kind unless you book private readings. But in the webinar, you will be able to interact with me. You will be able to ask me questions. We're going to be doing Scorpio preparation webinar for 2024. All the most important time periods, tailor-made also for your individual astrology charts as well. And I'm going to share some very rare information with you that I'm not going to be posting also, anywhere else. And we're going to be discussing astrology for 2024, doing tarot and oracle pulls. And also there are two options to register currently. One comes with a short and sweet 10 to 15 minutes, me looking into your astrology chart for 2024 and giving you the most important information for that. And another option is to book your full 2024 consultation, which is like an hour and a half consultation, includes all the transits for 2024, the most important themes for you. You can ask me questions in that one. Your solar return, your Venus return, secondary progression, plus tarot and oracle. Honestly, this is like the most in-depth video it's possible to get. And yeah, this is gonna be this is what we're offering for that. Also, if you already booked 2024 personal reading but haven't purchased the webinar, let me know if you want to attend the webinar. I'm going to give you a special link for that, only for those who already registered before I announced the webinar. This is it. Yeah, private readings available. Links in the description box. There are same-day readings, private readings available. There are interactive readings available where you can actually talk to me. So yeah, link to everything is in the description box down below. So anyway, you guys, let me take one more card and we'll start interpreting. The gathering. Community, kinship, companionship. This is your sign to attend the webinar. Just kidding. But with the gathering card, I do see for you, I want to say you're harnessing the power of community. I don't know what it means, but I think like the key to your success at this time, maybe as we prepare for 2024, is to know when to stay kind of like, just by yourself, maybe isolate yourself a little bit, rest, do whatever it is you need to do. And it's also like, and you need to know when to actually come out and, be around people, network, because for you, a lot of your blessings, I feel like, could come through a community of either like-minded individual or people on the same path as you, or people who can somehow inspire you in some way, give you some kind of boost, maybe help you even. So this is very important. And yeah, I feel like for some of you, you are starting to attract the kind of friends, the kind of community that can really help you, I'm seeing here. So make sure right now you spend, by the way, we have 33, 11, and 22, three master numbers here, 11, 33, and 22, which is very special here. I feel like for you, there's a lot of insight coming up now. Again, insight doesn't have to be just spiritual. It could be like things like ideas for a business, maybe some kind of different shift of perspective on past situations or current situations. Make sure you write down the ideas that are coming to you, because I feel like for a lot of you guys, there's a lot of downloads available now. You are really going, to your next level. What I'm seeing here with the Skyfire, messages, channels, information, is very much in line with this insight, both on master numbers too. So for a lot of you guys, you are channeling the right information right now. Make sure you pay attention to the ideas that are coming through to you now. We have Mercury retrograde in Capricorn going back into Sag. For a lot of you, there's going to be right now a lot of ideas on how you can increase your abundance, how you can utilize your talents in a better way, how you can go to that next level. Again, for a lot of you, it's a lot like you're meant to be wealthy, successful, prosperous, beyond even the things that you've achieved so far. For some of you, you might have already achieved a lot of success. For some of you, achieved success, but maybe you've lost it. It happens. It's a normal thing if it happened before. But what I'm seeing is that it's not even a question that you are meant to be successful. It's a question of even how far you can go. And only you decide. Only you put these limits. For some of you, I feel like you've put some limits on yourself before because you felt like you were not ready. On some level, maybe your higher self felt like you were not ready. You were too scared of something. Now I feel like you are being ready to fully come into the light and to present something to the world. It could be about sharing your gifts to the world, sharing something with the world. It could be really, taking yourself seriously, starting to take yourself way more seriously. And you know how they say, don't take yourself too seriously, have fun in life. I agree with that. But I feel like in terms of the talents you have, there is a shift that's taking place where you are understanding how maybe you, on some level, did not take yourself seriously, in terms of what you have to offer and how precious, how important it is. Right now, there is this shift where you will see that, no, actually, you know what? It's pretty important what I have to offer, what I have to say, and I'm gonna keep going in this direction. And you're guided and you're protected with the Secret of Camelot, Authority of Spirit, and yeah, all you need to do here is to take that leap in the right direction. Believe in yourself. Very, very important. Very important to believe in yourself. Okay, I like how this started. Let me ask. I want to ask specifically now. Next section of this reading. I want to try doing them a little bit more structured. Let's see if it's gonna work. So let's see, what are you currently manifesting, you guys? Scorpio Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. We have here 5 of Pentacles. We also have here Knight of Swords, and we have here 10 of Wands. One more, 3 of Swords. So what I'm feeling with the Emperor card in the bottom, what you're currently manifesting is resolution of some very, very heavy burdens that you've been carrying. I feel like you've been carrying a lot of burden. I don't know, it might have started this year. It might have, some recent energies you've dealt with. You might have felt like you are literally drained. Your hands are full. There is heartbreak and pain of something, and there is lack maybe in some way. You feel left out in the cold. What I feel like you are manifesting is a transition and a shift from that energy with the Knight of Swords. There is going to be either an awareness or some kind of shift of an energy where all these heavy burdens you're currently carrying, all this lack of something maybe that you are not experiencing the way you want it to be, is going to be lifted. Let's see. Chariot, exactly. With the Chariot card, you're going to be transitioning some kind of financial maybe challenges, and with the Judgment card, you are going to have a lot of clarity in terms of what you want to communicate to the world or how you want to present yourself, and you're going to step into that role very I want to say boldly. I don't know why I want to say that. And we also have here, look at this, 10 of Wands, the Empress. And look at this, something I want to draw your attention to. Look at this. We have here with the 10 of Wands, a person who is carrying, right, all these flowers. And here we have the Empress that's sitting, on top of all these flowers. This is important because I feel like you are right now a person who maybe carries everybody's burdens. It might be conscious or unconscious. Like sometimes, again, something that's important to understand, that certain situations, we don't even understand, And okay, let's do this step by step. There are times when we carry certain stuff that's not even ours to carry. It happens again, like I'm not a clinical psychologist, but if you ever, this is even me in therapy, when I was attending therapy, something that one of the breakthrough moments that I had is, when we are little kids, we unconsciously pick up certain things our parents maybe are dealing with, and we don't even notice how we start carrying certain burden and start identifying, by the way, with certain situations. If you've ever wondered, this person doesn't treat me well, this person doesn't even love me, why do I love him so much or her so much? I'm not saying 100% that it's always the case, because I don't know your situation, but it could very, very much be that something in that situation, the reason why you're so identified with that experience, it's either because you experienced this as a child in your own dynamic with a parent, or it could also be that your parents were experiencing that. Like, let's just say when your mom was pregnant with you, and let's just say like maybe she and your dad were breaking up at that point. He was leaving her, I don't know, who knows, for another woman, or maybe there was someone else involved, maybe relatives were involved somehow. And if, let's just say, as an adult, you find yourself identified in certain situation, and you could, by the way, take on any role. You could take on a role of a person who is maybe abandoned and left. You could be identified with the role of a person who is, leaving another person, or you could identify with any of those characters. This is partially, in my opinion, why we karmically choose. Like, I feel like in our experience, a lot of things are not karmic. Like, I don't believe so much in the karma in a traditional sense, but I think the only kind of karma we have, in my opinion, is the family we are born into. It could be, again, it's like, it could be. I'm not saying it always is, it could be. And also the belief system that we have, the belief system that we acquire. These things, like, you cannot really change your family, but with belief system, you can change the way you see things. And if you change the way you see things, you change your reality, kind of thing. But anyway, what I'm seeing here is basically, wow, this is going to be deep today. Morning reading. So I just had my coffee. The way I'm seeing this is basically there were some heavy situations you identified with. Maybe you identified as that you have to work so hard to even make any money, or that you have to do so much. Like, I had this, by the way, experience where I've always identified as a person who has to work so hard for love. Like, it has to be this struggle, which I'm like, when I started healing, I started looking at this, like, why did I always think that I have to work so hard for someone to love me? Like, again, it's, if you examine a lot of these things, there will be some interesting things you might discover. And of course, each situation is different. But I feel like there's been a pattern, basically, long story short, where you've identified with a pattern, a behavior, that everything in life is so hard, or at least certain aspect of your life so hard, and you carry all of this on your shoulders. What I feel like is going to be shifting now is that now you see how the Empress, she sits on top of that. She doesn't work too hard here. She just sits on top of a bunch of flowers, which someone brought to her. Like, you letting people basically do the work for you, or in a relationship even, you're letting people, like, instead of being the one who feels like it's your job to figure out everything and to make everything work, you're shifting to the perspective of, no, it's like, life is easy for me, life is abundant for me, I have everything I need, people bring it to me. Like, people go out of their way. It's a good actual affirmation to have. People go out of their way to make my life easier. I've learned this from one manifestation coach on YouTube. People go out of their way to make my life easier. This is freaking awesome. So let's see, clarify Three of Swords. And look at this, Six of Cups. And I think also, especially when it comes to matters of heartbreak, matters of love, there is going to be a big shift of perspective. You're going to look at some situations where maybe unconsciously right now you are looking at those situations as like you missed out or you've lost, and you're going to have a shift of perspective. It's almost like you look back and you no longer see something as a failure or a loss, but you understand that that version of you made certain choices, was attracted to certain people, certain behaviors perhaps, they were not healthy for you, they were not honoring you, because this was that version of you, you know, that just had certain beliefs and certain patterns. It's not even about better or worse or healthier versus unhealthier. It's about that different version of ourselves will attract different experiences, will identify with different experiences, will feel attracted to different experiences. And even like the whole idea, right, of being in love with someone, right? Why do we sometimes feel such strong feelings we cannot even explain? Yes, part of it is chemistry, spiritual connection. Yes, all of it is part of that. But at the same time, I've had this like epiphany just like in the past few days, where I looked back at few people I was deeply in love with, like completely, you know, madly in love, as crazy as you can imagine. And now I don't want to do anything with those people, like quite literally. Like even if you come here and say like, you know, anything you want, I will give to you. I really don't want. I like, to me, it's I don't know. It's like a mind-blowing thing that I've even ever been attracted to that. But why? And I think that's the reason also partially why Scorpios sometimes tend to have this where you can't even imagine, I can't believe that you were attracted to someone like once you move on, is because like we as Scorpios go through a lot of transformation, more so than other signs. Other signs go through transformation too, but I think the way how Scorpios go into transformation, you cannot compare this with anything else, to be honest. And I feel like, again, as you completely shed your skin and completely change into a whole other version of you, it's hard for you to even fathom like what were you doing there. I don't know, maybe like this is an extreme example, maybe I'm like an extreme example of that, but I had a few situations where like for a while I carried that heaviness of like, well, how come it didn't work out for me in that situation? And I just had this recent awareness where I realized that the problem was not the relationship even itself. If you want to call it a problem, it was my attraction to that situation, to that person in the first place, which was not good for me. I obviously have grown so much in terms of self-love, self-respect, you know, just healing a lot of unhealthy patterns, a lot of traumas. So obviously right now a more healed version of me is looking at it and I'm like, what were you doing, girl, over there? So I was like, think the only person I need to forgive is myself for making those choices at the time. But then again, I was making those choices, let's just say, attracted to someone or pursuing something, staying in some situation for so long, not because I was a bad person or even that person was a bad person. None of that. It was more like that version of me strongly identified with certain experience, with certain person, also stayed maybe for a very long time, invested into something because I felt like life, you know, like in life I have to work so hard for love and I have to fight so hard for love, which again, it's a certain mindset, it's a certain version of me, which I no longer identify with. So I look back at those experiences and I'm like, my God, what was I even doing here? Like, what was happening? But again, the acceptance part and healing, I think here, if you resonate with this, is in the very fact that that was a certain version of you. You no longer identify as that version. You are a new version of yourself. 555 on my clock, by the way, as I'm saying this. So a big change of perspective. And maybe even, I think like sometimes it's so hard to let go of something because a part of you is like, well, I don't want to be a loser here, right? We have this mindset, Scorpios, I think especially do, where we are a warrior sign, right? And it's like, you know, once again, think for yourself, like the version of you that maybe initially identified with certain experiences, wanted certain experience, and the version of you today, are you even the same people, right? And also the version maybe of that person that you wanted versus how they are showing up today. Is it even the experience you want? And then again, going from there, you can also choose a new version of this person, how you want them showing up. And yourself. So it's like, I feel like really the key point of everything is specific version of yourself versus specific versions of other people, other experiences, and what you feel connected to. Because again, something that was true a year ago, you might have been attracted to someone a year ago. I've had this actually where I was so attracted to a person, like it was about a year ago, but they were a certain person, like with a certain, you know, they looked differently, even like they had different behavior, and like a lot of changes that went down in a year is something where basically I don't know if I like this anymore. And this is, I think this is hard for Scorpios sometimes to let go, because It's almost like we feel like we gotta persevere. And you know, Scorpio, it's explained by astrology too. Scorpio has Taurus in the 7th house of relationships. Taurus is the most fixated sign. It's the fixed earth sign. So the reason why Scorpios never budge in relationships and, you know, hold on for dear life unless we like completely let go, right, is because Taurus is in the 7th. So this is like, you know, you shall not pass, I shall not move type of energy. Okay. So, but I feel like you are changing your perspective of the past, and you are understanding that no one lost anything. You didn't lose anyone. It's almost like for some of you, quite frankly, you were settling for too far less than what you can have, because again, you were in that more wounded maybe version of yourself that craved certain experiences, that felt like you have to work so hard for certain experiences and so hard for love. And you know, we all heal whether we are conscious of that or not. It's like healing is always a process. Even if you think, oh, if this person is not getting better, they're not healing. No, actually, like our time on earth, like even if it doesn't seem so, even if it seems like a person is just going through shitty experiences over and over again, still there is like what's called a purification, right, by the fire, you know. So you are now in a different mindset, and the only thing I feel like for you to understand here is you need to forgive yourself. You know, kind of like, again, it's not even that you were bad or weak or anything, but it's like you were a certain version of yourself. That version of you was attracted to certain people, certain experiences. It had to go through maybe like that lesson or that experience to shift something internal, to come to certain awareness, to expand in some way. There's always expansion is always happening, right? We want to make sure consciously our expansion is enjoyable and we are actually aligning with positive experiences, because the earth and because this universe has evolved, like our human race, you know, has evolved. I want to believe at least in that to a certain point. We are now more so in a timeline where we can pick and choose which experiences we want to select. That's why manifestation is so popular, in my opinion, because people are ready more so to not just kind of deal with whatever comes to them and have to go through things the hard way, but people are actually in a space where they can pick and choose certain experiences, but they have to be like also in that time frame. Not in mind frame, sorry, not time frame, mind frame. So, and basically, like again, previous experiences were more so for you and that version of you, where like you've expanded a lot since that point. So if you're looking back and you're wondering, why did I even choose this person? Why did I even identify with that experience? Why did I even go in that direction? I feel like for some of you, maybe it's like the year is ending. There's a little bit of that feeling. Like why, like you might be like blaming yourself a little bit. Why did I waste so much time? And I feel like, again, it's important to understand that it's not even that person that's bad or you that were like not, you know, aware enough or whatever. It's more so, once again, there was that version of you which identify with these experiences. You've shifted now and you are ready for more, for better things, which is why like there's a part of you that doesn't want to quit on something, that wants to keep going in a certain direction to have that victory, right? Because you feel like if you were to stop now, you were going to give up on a dream. And again, for some of you, maybe you should keep going with something. Again, it's a very general reading here. But I feel like what's more important is for you guys to see, like, are you keeping yourself small? You've expanded past this point. You've grown past this point. It's kind of like, you know, yeah, sure, you can stay in the 9th grade, but if you already graduated your high school and ready to go to the university, why are you so attached to what you've been learning in the 9th grade? Don't know if it's a good example. You know, my references go like on and off, you know, but it's like, this is exactly how I feel. That experience, yes, it was necessary, but it was like 9th grade experiences. You already graduated high school. You're ready to go to university. So why, for some of you, are still holding on and feeling like, oh my God, no, in the 9th grade, I should have stayed there. I should have done it differently. It's time to go to your next level. Don't hold on so much. Like sometimes some of you guys, by the way, this is going to be very deep today. I hope you guys like this. But like, you know, for some of you, you sometimes wonder, right? Why do you meet people who seem to be so fixated on their past, or so have some kind of baggage from the past, or stuck in the past? And I don't want to victim blame anyone, but there is a part of you that is just like that. there's a part of you that's also fixated on some past situations and doesn't let go when it's time to. And I think maybe like it's almost like there is a level on which that person who chooses safety, or that person who is scared to grow and to go to their next level, maybe that's why you're so triggered by that, and you feel so actively, like if you feel like you need so to change what they are doing so actively, interfere, save someone, help someone, because a part of you is doing the same thing to yourself. And I feel like once this awareness comes through, that actually it's time for you to go, you know, to your next level, instead of like trying to save people who are stuck. They are stuck. This is their choice, you know. And again, I think this is where the shift of awareness is taking place. Now, let me take one more card and we'll go to connection spread. Wow, 25 minutes. Great job, Ella. Queen of Cups. Becoming more receptive. Getting to the depth of things right now. Right now, Venus is in Scorpio when I'm recording this, still in December, in opposition to Jupiter. There is this energy available now where it's like people need to jump through hoops to be with you. And you will attract what you feel you're worthy of. For some of you, there's been this pattern where I just feel like, for whatever reason, you felt like you have to go through some kind of hero's journey in order to attract love or manifest love. I feel like once you shift to the awareness, no, listen, I'm just here. I am the best I can be. Like everything in my life is freaking great. I'm going to have the best partner and they are going to come to me. You know, like literally declare it to the universe. Everything's going to shift. You're getting, I want to say, to the bottom of things, or on to the top of, I'm not sure how the expression. 9 of Pentacles, cultivate your abundance, like live your best life right now. Eat the best food, buy yourself the best things, invest in yourself. You know how there's a trend, YouTube, TikTok, what is called, become that girl. You know, but it's not even about that. It's just about really looking at yourself and valuing your own life and yourself more. We talk about this all the time, but I feel like, you know, maybe because we talk about this so much, it kind of loses its value and meaning. And I want you to guys think of really value everything you have, whatever you live. If you don't like where you live, change. You know, I used to live in New York City. I moved to the beach. Like, I'm much happier here. And even here, like sometimes if I'm not careful, I'll lose appreciation. But then I have to remind myself it's such a blessing to be right next to the ocean. Like, this is freaking my dream since I was a kid. Like, I manifested the dream of my life. Because honestly, when you're next to the ocean, I don't know what you can complain about. Like, not much, in my opinion. Again, it's like, right? But it's also because I like it. So someone else might not care about the ocean as much, or whatever, might like other things, right? So it's like, find what you like and don't procrastinate. Don't be like, oh, in 10 years I'll move there or whatever. Like, your life is now. Do things for yourself. And this will attract to you changes and shifts beyond anything you ever experienced. Well, I like your reading today. So, okay, now let's go into your love connection spread. So something I want to try, maybe next time. This time we're not going to do it. Don't have time. It's like to break down your reading into sections, like past person, current person, what's coming. So, but not today. Today I don't want to do this. Not enough time. Alrighty. So which deck should we use? Connection spread. I need to get a new Rider-Waite. When I was traveling to Germany, my bags got lost, and I don't know when they did return the bags to me, but it was, I guess, wet. I don't know. Bags were swimming over Atlantic, I guess. But yeah, but my cards, some of my cards that I had with me in Europe, they got damaged. So it's like, yeah. Hold on. Why is it so hard for me to make this decision today? You know, let's do this. I had some reservations, but let's do this actually. First row is you, second row your person. Again, could be anyone you're connecting with. Let's see, your card. Oh, the star. What we talked about, right? For you, it's about your hopes, dreams, wishes, and like really aligning yourself with much better future. We also have here Death card. Start with the Death card. I like this. I like Star and Death card combination because it shows like not just transformation, but like a massive transformation to the better. And Star with the Death card could also show that like it's a show time. Like everything is getting very much in alignment. Like whatever, like it's almost like even if you yourself not making the necessary changes, universe is doing this. Like, you know, if you want to believe in such thing. Ace of Cups. Third card. Six of Swords. We also have Queen of Cups. And we have the Hanged Man. Song that comes to mind, I'm hearing it, hold on, what is the name? Gosh, I don't know that singer name, has very pretty voice. Oh my goodness, what's that singer's name? Something Lost on You? All the Things I Lost on You, something like that. I forgot the name of the singer, but yeah, there's maybe some message in that song. I haven't heard it in a million years. I don't know why they are showing it to me. Let me see, second row, your person. Phoenix, ooh. Star to the Phoenix. We also have Five of Wands. And we also have here the Emperor. We also have here the Ten of Cups. And we also have here the Hermit. And we have the Three of Cups. Bottom of the deck, we have the King of Pentacles, Eight of Cups. So there are some decisions that are ahead of you, Scorpios. Let's actually start with the person you're connecting with. We have the Phoenix, which is kind of like Judgment card, but actually in this deck it's an additional card, so it's not just Judgment. And we have the Five of Wands, we have the Emperor, Ten of Cups, Hermit, Three of Cups. I'm feeling like you're in that space where things, when it comes to someone you're dealing with, everything is sort of, it could go either way. That's what I'm hearing. With the Phoenix card, there could be a resurrection of connection, quite literally. But I feel like what's more so, what you are more drawn to is with the Phoenix card to Five of Wands is to really, there's a person that you have some, almost like I want to say unresolved business with. And I feel like there's going to be some news, some new awareness, new perspective where you will feel much better about certain situation. I'm not seeing necessarily you deciding to reconnect with someone or that you are deciding to take anything back or start again, but I feel like there's going to be either an awareness or some kind of information, some kind of communication coming from this person where you will feel, I'll be honest, I feel like your ego is going to be satisfied. I'm just going to say how I see it. So it's almost like you're going to be like, I knew it. I knew it. That's what I'm hearing. You're saying, I knew it. I was right. So again, I'm not saying that it's good or bad. I'm just saying that you're going to find out something that's going to make you very, very happy. I don't know what it is, you know, this deck is showing a little bit the darker side of things sometimes, but I feel like you're going to be very, very happy. You're going to be very happy and you're going to almost be like, it's almost like one of those things, this person is going to maybe tell you that, you know, they just want to be with you or whatever it is. And you're going to be like, no, you should find yourself a nice girl, someone who will be right for you. Or you, like for some of you, if this person had someone before you, any other situation, and maybe there was a moment where you wanted them to leave that person. I feel like now you're going to tell them, no, you should really stay there. You are going to be so much happier there than with me. I have no idea, Scorpios, if you're just, you know, if you are being sarcastic, or if you guys are being I don't know what it is, but it's the energy I'm seeing here. But I feel like regardless though, you're gonna feel much more empowered as the result of this interaction. Or again, for some of you, it's just a different awareness. Like you're gonna have a different awareness, you're gonna feel very empowered. Star to the Death card to the Ace of Cups. I mean, you guys are right now on a roll where you are just like, it's like Christmas time, wishes coming true. Everything's coming true. And on the Six of Swords, I feel like you are leaving stuff behind and you are not even bothered by it anymore. With the Queen of Cups, you are in that space. It's almost like you are understanding how much more is available to you compared to what you initially thought was the top. It's almost like, you thought you could only have like a little a little piece of chocolate, but you could have a whole factory, You could have a whole brand name, every factory of chocolate in the world. I don't know. Something like that. I'm just being, of course, metaphorical. You're seeing how your wishes are actually coming true, which is why I feel like because you're in a much happier space, you're becoming less petty. Plus, there is some kind of news that you're going to receive. Let me know. Let me see more about this, actually. So look at this, Ace of Swords. Some kind of news, some kind of truth is going to be shared with you, where you are going to feel like, basically, you're going to feel like you were right all along. I don't know what it is about. Five of Cups, and it could be, Four of Cups, and it could be something where you're going to be like, well, I don't care anymore. Let me see. Two of Wands, because you are more focused on the future now. The portal for your future is opening. Three of Pentacles. You also understand there is going to be some work you will need to put in towards this future. So yeah, sure, you can just align yourself and do nothing, but I feel like, I recently saw someone posted on Instagram, somebody I know, something like, I'm not planning to do anything, I'm just gonna lay here and align myself with this. And honestly, it triggered me for a second, but then I was like, I know that it's available. Like, you don't necessarily always have to do something. Sometimes you can literally do nothing and things can come to you. I've experienced this for sure. But at the same time, there is beauty in building things and putting effort in something that genuinely matters to you, in my opinion as well. When, again, it shouldn't be something where you are overworked perhaps, or like struggling. But like when you intentionally, creatively put your energy into something, and even, yes, like moments of hard work and all of that, there is beauty in that. I don't know, it's like, I cannot explain this. Okay, and we have here King of Swords. There is going to be a person who expresses to you a lot, like a lot and at once, judgment, but it's going to be up to you whether you want, basically the fate of this phoenix is in your hands. Do you want this phoenix to be, resurrected, or do you want to just, do you want to basically leave it alone to its fate? Let me see. Wheel of Fortune, King of Cups. If you only knew, Scorpios, how many hearts are in your hands? Yeah, you don't know, but it is. Ace of Pentacles. Right now, I feel like for you, it's all or nothing. It's about your vision. What's not aligned with this vision got to go. High Priestess, you really have reclaimed your power. High Priestess and the Empress, both your feminine, psychic, spiritual power. You've reclaimed everything. You've taken back your power, I'm seeing. You've given away so much of your power before, and now you're like, no, all my power is back to me, which is why right now you're experiencing a situation where people are coming to you, and it's almost like they're pitching themselves. You know how like there's this pitch, right? When you're pitching a product, selling something, whatever, like, what other example I could give? But basically, right now, there are people coming your way, and they are trying to show you why they are good enough for you. The shift has happened from you trying so hard to be noticed by someone, to be loved by someone, to people now trying to prove themselves to you. There's gifts that are coming. And I feel like you're not going to settle for anything rather than a perfect match, like somebody who is full package for you. Anyway, we'll take a look in the extended. What is this news that are coming out? Because I do feel like you're about to find out also more. And there is a communication. There is a communication, a conversation that actually leads you somewhere. But what I also feel like is some of you are not open to this conversation or this communication. It's almost like you're protecting yourself is what I'm seeing. And anyway, we'll take a look at this and even more in the extended. And yeah, link to the extended is going to be down below. Love you all, guys. Hope you enjoyed this longer video. See you soon. Bye.